Okay, we're back changing the tape, considering item 9.7 on the agenda. Other questions, other comments, other concerns? No? All right. Are we ready to vote on this evening? I assume we don't have to.
There's no outside pressing interest that we move this tonight. No.
Okay.
I'm ready to vote.
But
I think we're ready to vote. We
Okay.
had good discussion on it, many presentations in the policy committee, and the high school has done a very good job of bringing all the information to us.
And the policy committee unanimously supported this?
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Okay. So then, Mrs. Dudley has had a motion that we
That definitely is a motion,
9.7.
yes.
Second.
Okay.
Mr. Kays in seconds. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. And then the regulation just parallels the policy, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
Correct,
So
yes.
is there a motion to approve the regulation?
So moved.
Second.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, great. Well, thank you.
Thank you all, and Julia, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Chaff.
Thank you.
My twins, who are going into the high school next fall, may not be that happy about this, but
And that's why I'm looking closely at this policy.
yeah, exactly. Just don't tell them. Okay, 10, unfinished business, which I would prefer would just, if somebody has unfinished business that they want to put on the agenda, just tell me, and then we can add it to the agenda the way we should be doing that. Policy
Strike
committee.
this from future agendas, period.
How do we,
I know, I got to do that. Mrs.
I believe all you have to do is talk to Terry, and
Right.
it'll happen.
Unless it's in the, I got to look at the
It's in the
policy.
It's in the
bylaws.
It's in the bylaw.
New business was not, and we've taken that off of the full board meeting. We have not yet taken it off of some of the committee agendas. But unfinished business remains in the bylaws. We would need to make a bylaw change.
Well, let's take that up at the policy.
Yes.
Okay.
Alrighty.
All right.
Sounds good.
So so policy committee report, that's the one thing you can
We will be taking
anticipate
up-
reporting on. Any other report from the policy committee?
No.
Okay. 11.2 operations committee, I think I sat in on it, Ms. Renner, and you may want to just summarize at least the news we got from the state of Connecticut this month.
Certainly. We did have some exciting news. We were awarded a grant to offset the costs of the security work that we've done are doing in a number of our schools. It was very important to us to move ahead with that work as quickly as possible. So we tackled many of our schools at one time, and the voters last spring approved the funding for that project. And as a result, because of the magnitude of the expenditure, I think we were really successful in getting a large grant, which is $850,000.
820?
820. All right, so
That's one of the
that was-
largest grants in the state of Connecticut from this group. So the faith that the voters had and are being able to complete the work, actually they approved a $2.4 million bond item, and in fact the net cost is going to be closer to $1.5 million or $1.6 million. So that's good for everybody, but I'm not sure that we were anticipating quite that amount of a grant, but I know Mr. Gurnham worked very hard on it, and I'm sure your staff did, the rest of your staff did as well.
Yeah, Mr. Gurdon put in a lot of time preparing that in what was already a busy summer as a result of the construction. We were not anticipating that level of return. We are incredibly gratified and proud of the taxpayers of Guilford. It was the investment that resulted in the return from the state.
Anything else?
Great news. Well, on that same topic, we also have a technology grant that Mr. Mitchell's office applied for, which will offset the cost of some technology purchases.
Yeah, we received that grant earlier. It's approximately $127,000, but the board is beginning to see the results of that grant flowing into the schools, primarily in the Chromebook purchases, where we are pushing Chromebooks out into classrooms, and students more frequently have the opportunity to use those tools in the classroom, to collaborate around those tools in the classroom. It's a much more flexible way to infuse technology into the learning than trooping a class down to a static plugged-in computer lab, and we're very excited about the opportunity that those Chromebooks are affording us. And Mr. Mitchell deserves a lot of credit for his grant writing. We do not have a grant writing position in the district. When we write for grants, it is people who already have full-time schedules, and Mr. Gurnham and Mr. Mitchell both deserve a lot of credit for the work that went into those proposals and the returns from those proposals.
And the other interesting thing we discussed was dining services, sometimes known as food service, but dining services. Our new dining services director, Erica Biagietti, came and met with our committee and mentioned some really interesting initiatives that she's working on, some of which we'll be discussing at a later meeting. But in particular, I'll mention salad bars are coming, some healthy a la carte items, sometimes known as snacks. But snacks doesn't mean cookies and candy, it means healthy items, and breakfast in the schools.
Yeah, there was a rumor, whatever, a communication circulating around whether we were bringing back to the schools snacks and ice cream. And, you know, the snacks part is half true in that there is at least a consideration of snacks being brought back, but it would be healthy. It would be under the state guidelines and comply. The ice cream part is just not true. So there is at least some discussion of frozen fruit juice, I guess, and some
And
frozen,
maybe even a frozen yogurt.
frozen yogurt, a frozen Greek yogurt,
Yes.
we were told.
Really healthy.
Which perhaps somebody can explain to me what the difference is, but thicker. When it's frozen, it ought to be similar, whatever.
I think the intention is to help provide options for our students, but we remain fully committed to only providing healthy options in our schools. We will not compromise our commitment to health and wellness in order to increase revenues from the food service or the dining service. I think Ms. Biagietti is working on a communication to the community. She wanted to meet you, the board members, before introducing herself to the larger community, but I'm sure that in that communication she will lay out some of her ideas, some of the areas that she wants to work in, and remind the community of her and our commitment to healthy, nutritious foods.
Okay, anything else? Okay. High school building committee, is there anything new?
No, there's nothing new to report because the committee is meeting concurrently with us tonight. Because of the holiday tomorrow, they moved their meeting up. Mr. Gurnham and Mr. Macenti and Mr. Bowden are attending that meeting tonight, and I'll have more to report for you at our next meeting.
Okay.
I had a chance to tour the high school. I missed the summer.
Oh, yeah.
Last week with Mr. Macenti, and it looks fantastic.
Impressive.
With my oldest, who will be entering as a freshman. So.
Oh, is that right?
Mr. Macenti took Rotarians on a tour. My husband's being a Rotarian, and they were duly impressed as a group, and it was his usual enthusiasm, and they enjoyed it very much.
I think he volunteered to take
appreciate.
Senator Murphy on a tour, so he...
Good, all right. Town committee liaisons, is there anything? Is there any pension committee update? Is there anything going on with the?
Well, the pension committee actually had a unusual meeting. It was a long luncheon meeting. They normally meet at 8 o'clock and are done at 9, but this went on for about 2.5, 3 hours. And we met with 3 of the investment managers, and it was quite a discussion. 2 of the managers have been doing fine, so that was okay, but one of them was a bit of a laggard, and that discussion went on for a while. So I think that nobody from that firm is going to volunteer to come and make the presentation again, I think. Anyway, so I think it was good. I mean, we made a lot of progress understanding what these people were doing, and with the markets behaving themselves, the pensions have done quite well this year.
Good. All right. Well, let us know if there's anything we need to do formally with respect to that. Okay. Good. Any other town committees? No?
The Town Land Acquisition Committee met on Thursday for considerably less than 3.5 hours, and no business pertinent to our mission was discussed in public session.
Okay. All right. Item 12 on the agenda, public questions. There's a few members of the public here, but not that many. Anybody? Okay. Item 13 is executive session. There are 2 items under executive session: update on negotiations with the paraprofessionals and clerical, and also student disciplinary matters. Is there a motion to go into executive session?
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, we will come into public session only for the purposes of adjourning, and there will be no further public votes this evening. Thank you.
I know you will.